Scared money don't make money. This is Bluedrops from the markets.
Based on blank, something that just happened, some world event, some election, whatever, where do you think blank, whatever currency, plug it in, euro, dollar, pound, where do you think it's going to go? So I'll fill in the blanks for you. The main question I got asked was, after the Trump election, where do you see the dollar going? And this is a very different question because I actually know the answer to this, but there's no way I would tell the common person because there's a twist. So let's take the Trump election. Now remember, he wasn't supposed to win. So when he did, people really wanted to jump on any kind of investment that could piggyback off of the surprise because the markets had already priced in a Hillary Clinton win, and it didn't happen. And now I can forecast this because I know how Forex works and I know how the banks work. And if you don't understand right now that the big banks are the people who actually decide whether the price of anything goes up or down before you even start trading. If you don't know who and why money goes up and down, you probably think you know, but unless you really know and understand how it works, you shouldn't even be trading. It's the base level stuff you need to understand. But I knew that the value of the dollar was going to get weaker in the long term. When that change was going to happen, I did not know. Now, I knew the dollar was going to get weaker because a cheaper dollar makes the economy go up. Now, Trump is a money guy. His entire identity has been wrapped around the fact that he is a successful money guy. He is not going to let the economy fall under his watch. And staying true to form, the economy has done nothing but rise on air since he entered office. And you really, really need a cheap dollar to do that. So I knew that the euro-dollar pair, for example, was going to go up. I just didn't know when, and I knew it wasn't going to be right away. I told my private clients this. I said, look, I don't make forecasts, but for the love of God, whatever you do, don't go long on the euro-dollar just yet. And if you go to a chart right now, go to a daily chart of the euro-dollar, you can see exactly what happened. Conventional wisdom is what I just told you, that the value of the dollar was going to get cheaper so the economy could go up and stay up, thus making the euro-dollar pair go higher. Most of us know that, right? But do you know who knows that we know that? The big banks. And they knew there were going to be a ton of long positions entering the euro-dollar. And they were right. So in other words, the banks had all that free money that they could just take, just sitting there, waiting to go long the euro-dollar. So what do you think they did? They took it short. And they took it short pretty hard. And Forex investors, especially the ones that went long euro-dollar, didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what was happening. And you'll even see on that chart, there was a point in time where they took it up a little bit just to give people a glimmer of hope that the end was over and the reversal was finally starting to happen. And then what did they do? Boom. Took it down even harder. And they waited. And as soon as almost every last euro-dollar long investor was out of the pool, then and only then did they start taking the euro-dollar long. The big banks knew, yes, the value of the dollar needs to get less expensive, and it's going to. But we decide when. Not you, the Forex investor, not you, the Forex trader, us. Now, rarely do I ever make a forecast, but when I do, it's because I know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. At least I know what their mentality is. It's a really good place to start. And I nailed this one. But for your average Joe walking around the street or somebody I just met, to ask me that question, I'm not going to answer it. Again, I'm going to act like I really don't know, even though this time I do know the answer, because it's a complex answer that you as a Forex trader understand, but most people aren't going to. Now, when it came to things like Brexit, I honestly had no idea. So that was a pretty easy answer. But if there's ever a world event that happens, and because of it, you have a pretty solid idea whether a currency is going to go up or down, just know that other people have it figured out too, and the big banks aren't going to let you win right away. So anticipate price to go the other way for a while. Just kind of stay out of the pool and let the market do what it does before you make any kind of long-term investments in the market.